Okay, let me stop before people who are coming here for the serious video click out of this. My mom did this for some reason because like she uses it too, and I feel like it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing now. Hey guys, it's me. Welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to do like a little bit more lighthearted things for now. I love to goof around. If you know me personally, you know I like to be silly and goof around, but at the same time I love doing the serious stuff because you can see people goofing around anywhere and laugh, but when you see people talking on some real stuff and like some serious type stuff, you don't see that often. You don't see a lot of authenticity online. I like doing what I do, right? But lately I haven't been keeping up much because I need a break. The truth is, my anxiety will go like skyrocket. I wanted to settle it down a little bit, and I'm feeling the difference. It's not that I don't watch what's happening anymore, like on YouTube or keep up with it, but I'm not like as hyper focused on it. I like doing these little motivational type talks. I like doing it like this too in this format, you know? It just feels more like personal. And guys, I know that the quality and like the video style and everything keeps changing every second. Like there's some YouTubers that they'll film in like different locations every time. They'll film while they're walking and nobody really cares, you know? So I apologize, it's always different. But maybe that's cool because it seems more lighthearted. Like, hey, I'm in the mood to say something. I'll just sit down and talk rather than, you know, setting it up. And then by the time I set everything up, I forget everything, you know? I'll have more videos coming out soon as well that are like more set up, and we'll see. I also have to make a video on what happened when I went on medication that basically ruined and changed everything. So that's another story for another time. But in this video, I guess I wanted to talk about something like I've struggled with for a long time, and it's not because I'm here trying to get sympathy. I'm trying to give you guys advice, and maybe younger people will see this too. Even though my channel like demographic is basically like mainly older people, it makes me feel like you guys see me as older than I really am. And actually that's a compliment. People want to be younger or seen as younger, but this is a compliment. Okay, I have to stop rambling before everybody unsubscribes, if they haven't already. What I've struggled with for like a long time in my life is feeling like people are constantly judging me. They're constantly watching everything I do. They're constantly judging me. Like they're thinking negative stuff in their head, even though they're saying good stuff. And I still struggle with this to this day. I have trust issues still to this day. And feeling like, oh, I'm doing too much, right? Especially when the energy is not reciprocated, it just doesn't feel reciprocal. And I'm not saying everything has to be 50-50, but when you feel like you're mainly the one putting in the effort, but that's different. Like you can tell, and then you can just like be around different people that like match your energy. So I always felt like I was doing too much, and I always felt like I was different, and like something was wrong, right? Like I felt paranoid, like what do people think of me when I go in public? Like I guess it was like a social anxiety type of issue that I feel like when you're younger, you deal with it, and then as you get older, it kind of goes away. But you know, a lot of my life, I was just sitting there like, you know, I feel like people hate me. Like it didn't make any sense. But like social anxiety does that, and this anxiety and this fear, like you're not doing enough. And it's like, it's more like a lot of the times it's like more of a deep rooted issue, like society, trauma. But you know, people ask me a lot of the times, how are you so confident and comfortable with what you do? And the truth is, it's not a facade. Like I'm not putting on an act. But a lot of the times I will look back at something I've said, or maybe like look back at a video and I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. Like not that it was bad, but like I felt like maybe it didn't make sense or embarrassed myself, especially this podcast that they're actually going to release the clips in a few days, where I seemed very nervous about what I was saying. It was actually one of the more like controversial ones. Like I even had a feeling about it. So I went on, the people were nice, but like I was overthinking it after. I was like, I feel like I screwed up, seemed kind of unsure of myself, but then I thought to myself, well, first of all, it doesn't matter because I know myself. The people around me, they know the way I am. They've seen me. Other people just see like the surface, or they're making judgments that could be based off of biases. And I talked about this on my second channel, Less Shorts. I post there every day at this point. You know, they don't see really the way you are. And don't be afraid to be yourself. Even if you're embarrassing, even if you're doing too much. You know the people that stand out to me the most, you know, the people that I enjoy their company, the ones that are so free flowing, they'll say what's on their mind, they'll be themselves, and they're not scared of, oh, like looking perfect every second. Like some people are very like serious and composed, and it's not a bad thing, but they hide a lot of themselves and they judge other people who are themselves. You know, the people that are themselves are the ones that I admire, because it's hard to be yourself in a society that will put you down for like everything. So kudos to you, props to you if you can do that. And you know, my answer to that is just, I'm just doing me. And look, I've built like a mini community here. I have people like, I don't like sharing my personal details in terms of like who I'm friends with, just people in my life, but they make me feel wanted. They make me feel like I'm making an impact in their life. They make me feel like I can say whatever without feeling embarrassed, without feeling like they're going to judge me. And those are the types of people that you should be around. And they actually all found me. And I thank God all the time for that. It's not easy when you don't have the right people around. And I do believe things happen for a reason. But the sad part is most of them are online. And that's the sad part, because it's like, be here with me physically. Be here, be here. Last year in 2022, I was dealing with some issues where, even 2021, where I felt like I wasn't heard, I felt judged. I felt like I was being gaslighted. My self-esteem at that time, and not because they were cutting into me, but because I was going through panic attacks and anxiety and self-doubt. So with them treating me like that, it just made everything 10 times worse. So it is true, the environment we're around affects how confident we are and how happy we are. Because when we are around like-minded people or people that accept us, you guys can say it's like an echo chamber, but it's like a bubble of this support, of this comfort. So it is important to be around the right people, and it's better to be alone than be around the wrong crowds, whether that is online, whether that's in person, no matter what. What's that saying? The flower has to bloom in like the right, you have to give it like the water, the soil, the sunlight, the right environment. When I look at people, I look at them for the way they are. Even if they've had like a bit of a rocky past, we live in such a crazy world that why should we sit here and judge people? Why? Be yourself. Like, people in your life are not accepting you, do not change. This is the problem. People will change and put on a mask to impress people and to get other people to like them. And that's wrong. Do not do that. I feel like I've witnessed that in my life. Do not change yourself to please others. As long as you're not hurting anybody or hurting yourself. If you want to change for yourself because you feel like you're doing things wrong, that's one thing. But like, do not change because you want someone to like you, because you will find the right people that love and accept you for the way you are. And even if you have a hard time accepting that, there's a lot of the times I still have this doubt, this insecurity once in a while creeping in on me. Like, am I doing too much? Am I being too open? Am I going to regret saying this? Am I going to regret doing this? But then I remember that a lot of it is trust issues. So I got to kind of like talk to myself and just really think, like, why do I feel this way? What's going on? What's the root of this? I'm sorry if I kind of went on a tangent. That's kind of the whole point, like a sit-down casual talks. And you guys, please leave your experiences in the comments. Leave your experiences in the comments. But the bottom line is, don't be afraid to be yourself. Be yourself, because that's what people will appreciate you on. If I could be that light, if I could be that breath of fresh air in this world, let me, because I know I came here for a purpose to help others, almost like be selfless. And I love being selfless and giving myself to others. I'm just saying this because I'm just like showing you guys that even though it's hard sometimes and there's challenges in our life that will make us feel like crap, and especially when we compare ourselves to what's going on, we compare ourselves to all these videos, like the Sigma alpha male thing, we compare ourselves to celebrities, we compare ourselves to other people, we have our parents on our backs. I know it's hard for the world to beat you down, to tell you you're not doing enough, to tell you you're doing too much. But no. Everybody does things at their own pace. Everybody has timing in life. Many times I was comparing myself to people my age, despite me going through different circumstances that have set me back a little bit because of what was going on with my health and my body that was out of my control. I felt like I wasn't doing enough. I felt like crap. But then I realized that there's always time to improve. Just be yourself, really. Be yourself, because things will align, like based on like what you want to do. Like, being myself has led me to like amazing people, amazing community here. Being myself has just led me to help others and inspire them. Being myself has made me happy. I would never put on a mask because it's not me. And in fact, putting on a mask makes you feel probably worse about yourself, because you think, oh, I'm not good enough to be myself, I have to put on an act. And then you won't also find your like ideal person or the right job for you or the right opportunities because you're being someone you're not. Be unapologetically you, because look at what, like, a lot of the times the people we see that we look up to are the ones that have done things differently in their life, have taken a different path. Maybe they were seen as weird, the outcasts, the crazy ones, Society wants to keep people robotic in like a linear line, do this, do that, like a robot, like programmed like AI, No, you're human. No, be yourself. I don't know if this was a motivation thing or if this was a rant, but y'all, I hope you took something from this video. Let me know down below what you guys think and what you guys want me to make next. Give me a topic, let me know. And I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great weekend if this gets posted on the weekend. Okay, bye guys.